Secrets Unwrapped is brought to you in part by White Rocks Design Studio at Turcotte Design, who's been serving Southern Vermont for over 20 years. Fish Donkey, the future of tournament fishing. Targets Unlimited, Mercer Sports. Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped hot sauce with that big craft heat and that big craft taste. Corker Boots, P-Line, Sugar Mountain Trading Company. The Outdoor Experience Guide Service, who has been serving Southern Wisconsin for over 20 years. Cooler Guard Spray with the cleaning power of enzymes. Okuma Fishing, Hoffman Lures Incorporated, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of Commerce. Hey, welcome in Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your host. Boy, what a show we're going to have today, folks. I found this little gem not too far from Bennington, really, where I live, and we're in Cambridge, New York, and it's a little, I don't know, it's a glamping area, I guess is what I want to call it, and we have Michelle here. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
For spending some time with us today. So, the Battenkill Preserve, is that
correct?
The name of it,
yes.
Right? How in the world did that come about? Like, who are you?
Well, I'm a lawyer by trade.
Mm-hmm.
Always looking for that better gig, something where I could be outside enjoying what life had to offer as opposed to being in an office.
Okay.
Got the idea from clients about glamping and hospitality.
When did that start, you think? When did the word glamping come about? It's like a crossbreed between camping and high-end amenities, right?
So they call it glamorous camping, and I'm actually not fond of the word and fought it for quite some time.
Okay.
I was luxury camping or just anything but glamping, but unfortunately,
right.
It's the moniker that's stuck. So we're now using it. But I do feel like it's more, or what I'd like it to be, is luxury camping.
Yeah.
You get to be in nature.
Uh-huh.
But you don't have to worry about all of those things you do when you're not luxury camping.
Right.
So we've got beds, we've got pillows, we can light your fire for you. You get your own wood with your unit. Just here to enjoy nature and relax.
Where are we located exactly? Where is your resort located?
So we're in Washington County, Cambridge, New York,
okay.
Which is actually about 10 minutes from the Vermont border. So you're right, we're right near Bennington.
Right.
It is a hidden gem, truly. It's 40 minutes from Saratoga, 50 minutes from Albany. It's almost, well, to us in Washington County, it's the center of the universe, I guess.
Wow.
We love it here.
So, okay, so now you find this, how did you find this place? I've lived out in this area for 12 years. And never even knew it was here. So how in the world would somebody like you find this?
Well, we are actually new to Washington County. I am from Saratoga Springs. But luckily our neighbors down the road actually grew up here. And this has been a campground since the 1970s.
Wow.
And one of our neighbors used to work here. So he actually found out that it was coming available and called us because he knew that we were looking for the next thing to do for the
next gig.
Third, yes.
The next big gig.
Yeah. We came and looked at it and fell in love, and here we are.
Wow. All right, so you have some cabins here, you have some campers here, you have a little bit of everything. Was that the grand plan?
No. We just can't stop growing and making things better. We'd originally thought a couple of cabins, the glamping thing, and then as we built out the first year, people were making inquiries and they needed things, or more units for bigger gigs, wedding parties, things like that. So we said, oh, we need to build some more. And different units became available. We have these cabins that actually were built in the 1950s that we've just refurbished. We have some domes that...
We're going to look at all this stuff after we come back on a commercial break. So I'm pretty excited about seeing that too, by the way.
Well, you'll get to go inside one and take a look around.
I can't wait, right? So you started adding all these things. How do you come up with the idea? I mean, was it just... Obviously, it's not hodgepodge, but it's different concepts for different people.
Well, that's exactly correct.
Okay.
What we... of course, the lawyer comes out a little bit analytical, so started looking at demographics and different things. What do people of different age groups enjoy?
Yeah.
So the first was the deluxe tent cabins with bathrooms, because as we get older, we want to be on beds, and we actually want a bathroom close.
Right.
So we started with that, and then as people were inquiring and we found out what people were looking for, we started to add on from there, and hence the various units, all serving people that are looking for slightly different things, different age groups.
Wow. Interesting. What is your age group now for this? Is it the older groups? Is it middle? I don't know if it'd be the younger groups, but...
So the people that are in the domes, and it's funny, it really does go along age lines, are generally in their mid-30s to mid-40s.
Yeah.
The people that are in our deluxe tent cabins are, say, 50s to 60s, and not all of them. A lot of youngsters are in there as well, but I would say more commonly that. So they are breaking up a little bit by age group.
Nice. And I love the fact you're right on the river. Which river are we on?
We are on the Battenkill. Mm-hmm. This is a great trout fishing river, very famous, I think, across the country.
It's very famous. Yeah. I'm a trout guy myself, so I know all about it. And is this particular part of somebody wanting to go fishing right here that runs along the property, is that a good place for people to start?
Oh, absolutely. So we actually have an entrance down a ways that people have frequented, well, for 50 years for trout fishing.
Yeah.
And over... on the other direction, we actually just worked with Trout Unlimited and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department to restore trout habitat. So they dug out a portion of the riverbed, made it 20 feet deep, put in trees for spawning, and hopefully that will enhance everybody's opportunity to enjoy the Battenkill and fish here. So
you want a little bit of trivia?
Sure.
So in 2019, I was instrumental in securing $5 million for Bennington County and for the Battenkill itself that we did restoration for in Vermont, that I believe that they have some funding now that they took the lead in the state of New York for that exact reason. So,
wow. Well, that's great.
Right. All right. Well, you know what? Very interesting. I can't wait to see the property. And we'll see inside the dome, the tents, the cabins. I know we were talking off camera that you got a little story about your cabins and when they were built.
Absolutely.
So we want to find out all about that. All right, folks. We'll be back with more right after. Would you like to have your business on Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped? For more information, email us at osuradiotv@gmail.com. We're going to let this bad boy go, but wow, look at that fish.
Oh my God, that's a monster.
Wow. Stay tuned for your outdoor tip of the week.
Welcome back to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm Dale Helgeson, and here is your outdoor tip of the week. Today we're going to talk about Lowrance Ghost trolling motors. I just upgraded all my software, so I want to take and do a reset of the trolling motor and calibrate it. So to do the keel offset, what we're going to do is we're going to put this down on land, and you're going to line up the head of the trolling motor with the keel of your boat. Once you get that set, Then we're going to go into the boat and we're going to calibrate the pedal itself. All right, so once you get the keel set, now you want to come to your pedal and you want to turn it on. Make sure you don't hit your pedal. If you hit your pedal up and down, you're going to change the offset up there. To go into configuration mode, put your finger underneath the pedal so you don't move it, and hold 2 and 3 down. So once it starts beeping, you'll hear it beep. It's real light, but then it starts flashing. So now to set this, and what this is for your like your spot lock, then you just hold down the anchor button. Okay, so now we got that set, and to take it out of configuration mode, all you gotta do is hold 2 and 3 again. Okay, and now it's all set and your offset is now calibrated in your trolling motor. So once you get it all calibrated, you're good to go. Then you can put your motor back into the boat, and then you'll head out on the water to do an on the water calibration of your GPS. And that is your outdoor tip of the week.
Welcome back. I'm Erika Tanner. You are with Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped, and we are at the Battenkill Preserve, and this is Michelle. This is a campground, glamping, even though we don't like this word. We're going to go inside. She's going to show us some of the different cabins that are available, and we're going to start off with this first one, Michelle, and this is called?
This is a deluxe tent cabin. Each of these cabins has a different theme. The one we're going to go into is called the Deer Run, so let's go take a look.
It. Let's go. Come check it out.
I'm going to let you pop in.
I'll follow you.
Oh, okay.
I'll follow you.
So this is the Deer Run.
Oh wow, this is beautiful.
You can see the deer theme.
Look at the size of this bed.
Yeah.
This is very nice.
So,
and some of the things that when somebody comes in that they have are...
So all of the units come equipped with all the kitchen things that you would need. Dishes, knives, forks, spoons, everything for barbecuing, Nespresso machines, microwave, hot and cold water, and then a fridge with ice trays. We want to make sure that you can enjoy yourself and you don't have to pack everything in your house in order to come out and enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love the cast iron pans here.
Yeah.
These are soft-sided.
They are.
Because it is a tent.
And that was
Believe it or not, this is not the tent I ever tented in, but this is beautiful.
So they all have, for the fall evenings, Duraflame quote, quote, wood stove for heat. They are all air conditioned.
Let's step into this bathroom.
And then the bathrooms got out of control. They got bigger and bigger as we went, and upgraded so that I think now they're nicer than the bathrooms in my house.
I was going to say, this is a nicer shower.
Yeah.
I mean, this beautiful step-in shower. You've got the elephant shower head on here, so that's really beautiful.
Yeah, and it becomes really special, I think, with the canvas, with the sun coming through it when you're taking a shower in there. Truly very pleased with the way these came out. You should be pleased, and this is really a nice accent piece too as well. This stone sink. You really put a lot of thought into creating an environment that is a little glamorous for camping. Right, so. And the idea was to bring the outdoors in. So that's the live edge, I guess, what do you want to call that? Table for the sink, and then the stone sink, and even our benches. You can see that has a deer on it. That was made by the Amish. So we've tried to bring nature in here as well as outdoors. You have done a magnificent job, and anyone who is going to stay in this is going to be very, very comfortable. Thank you. But we're going to move on to the next one and see what else she has in store for us. Okay, so now we're into the next cabin, and where are we now, Michelle? So now we're in the Beehive. These cabins are actually original to the property. They are as close as you can get to the Battenkill, I think. Yeah. And I don't think they could be rebuilt in this location, so we're just very very lucky and blessed to be able to have them here and for people to enjoy them.
That's amazing. So these have been here since 1970, over 50 years?
Probably into the 70s, yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yep.
They're in great shape. So did you have to do a lot of rework to them, or?
We didn't actually.
Okay.
Whoever built them did a great job, really good craftsmanship. We painted them, put down new flooring, and just decorated, really.
Yeah, it looks very cute. And now we'll sneak around here. You got the bunk beds.
Right.
So sleeping for, if you have the kids with you, you have a husband you don't want to sleep with, put him up on the top, a little snoring. I love these small refrigerators.
Yeah.
And you have these beautiful robes for individuals to use. So can't help but notice that this particular one does not have a bathroom.
Correct.
So we do have on-site bathroom facilities for people, and we'll take a look at those afterwards. But you cannot want for anything in this space.
That's the plan.
Yeah, it's
Make
very
it as
beautiful.
easy as possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I really do love this one, and I'm excited to go see what. Michelle has brought us now to the next camping site that is available, cabin for people to come and stay. And now let's explain this cabin.
Okay, so you'll never guess the name, which is the bunkhouse. These actually came as a result of people wanting to do group weekends, so girls' nights or families that wanted to have a place together and not say put some in a deluxe tent cabin, some in a dome. So we built in mind just to have multiples. The cabin itself, these are really, really special. These are resourced. They were built in 1951.
I think that is amazing.
We moved them from a place outside of Saratoga Springs, New York. And as we were refurbishing them, we actually found inside the wall a note from somebody. I think his name was Scott Smalldown. He said 1951, Malta, New York. So we're going to frame that and hang it in one of these cabins.
That is so cool. So if you guys know Scott, let them know that they have found it. They're framing it.
Yes.
So you're there for prosperity. And I don't think I can state enough just how gorgeous and comfortable these cabins are. And I mean, the luxury covering, the bed covering, the robes that you have for people that have to go to the outside bathhouse area. And I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And if you have ever thought about doing some camping, you need to get in contact with Michelle here at the Battenkill Preserve and make this happen for yourself, because you deserve it.
Thank you, thank you.
And we're going to wrap it up. Now we found a little private spot in this whole 88 acres, 86 acres, with the little Scamp trailer. So Michelle, why don't you, we sent Chris inside to shoot some video for us because we can't fit in there with him, but why don't you explain what's going on, what he's viewing in there?
So this is one of our Scamp trailers. We have two. And we got these with fishermen in mind, or other people that wanted to be close to the water, away from everything, be self-contained. These have full mini kitchens with stoves and fridges and microwaves, and you could spend your entire, and bathrooms, so you could spend your entire vacation here and never have to leave.
Run into anyone else.
Correct. The Scamps themselves, I think, are iconic. People just love them. They've been around forever, and you can see why. They're just so incredibly efficient.
All right, so we took a little side trip away from the camping and the cabins for just a minute to come down here by the river. This is the Battenkill River. And Michelle, what can you tell us about this area?
So this, we were talking earlier about restoration projects, and this actually is one of the original restoration projects, probably from the 80s. U.S. Fish and Wildlife and DEC together put in this ledge to preserve the riverbank. Right. And what happened as a result is it turned into a wonderful little spot for people to come down and enjoy the water. They can sit on the granite ledge and dip their feet in. They can pull their kayaks out or put them in.
Now we are stopping at the last cabin, which is actually a geodome. And when I was doing a little research for the show today and I saw this, I'm like, absolutely, I need to stop in and I need to stay in one of these. It is such a cool concept. So explain a little bit about the geodome.
So the geodomes were our attempt to be rustic, to be as close to camping as possible. And I think They started that way, but now they've become like all of our other cabins and have gotten significantly upgraded.
The really cool thing about this that I was reading is you can lay down in your bed and just look at this amazing night sky, because there is very little light pollution here. So stargazing, it would be incredible. Campsites we hadn't mentioned, but all of them have some form of cooking available.
Correct.
Either a gas grill, or we have the open pit here, and you and your husband are even willing, like you said, to come over and start a fire if you can't get that done. This is the Geodome. I'm looking forward to staying here myself.
Behold the rainbow trout, a dazzling gem of freshwater streams and rivers across North America. The rainbow trout is renowned for its striking appearance, adorned with a spectrum of colors that gleam like a rainbow in the water. Anglers cherish the challenge of catching these elusive fish, prized for their beauty and fighting spirit. Rainbow trout thrive in cool, clear waters with ample oxygen, a habitat they share with various aquatic species. During spawning season, male rainbow trout develop intense colors to attract females, creating a stunning display of natural beauty. Conservation efforts are vital to preserving these iconic fish populations, ensuring future generations can enjoy their presence in our waterways. From tiny fry seeking refuge in gravel beds to mature adults navigating swift currents, the life cycle of a rainbow trout is a testament to resilience. For many, catching a rainbow trout is not just about sport. It's a connection to nature's bounty and a chance to create cherished memories. The rainbow trout, undeniably one of nature's most exquisite creations, reminding us of the wonders that lie beneath the surface of our rivers and streams. So the next time you explore a freshwater habitat, keep an eye out for the flash of colors. A rainbow trout might just be waiting to capture your imagination.
42, 39, 56, you can say she's got it all.
Welcome back to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your host, Chris Bates. Wow, that is all I can say. What a place. If you have not been to a place like this, this is the place. The Battenkill Preserve. Make sure that you look into this. Thank you again so much for everything. This was wonderful. I know you got a busy season coming up and everything, but I got so many questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to go back a little bit and talk about how long have you been here?
So we've owned the property for 2.5 years. Last year was our first year open, and I should say here sparingly, we were actually open for the last month of the season. If you remember, we had the big floods,
right?
That shut us down in July. So we had 1 month last year, and this will be our first full year.
Wow! And your season starts when and goes to when?
Our season starts May 1st and goes to October 31st, depending on the weather. Okay,
so let's go back over a couple things again. Now you have I'm looking at all the cabins. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types, or 5?
I don't know myself. 1, 2, well, I'll just go through them.
Yeah.
We have the domes.
Okay.
The deluxe tent cabins that have bathrooms. We have what we call the bunkhouse that you saw, which has no bathroom but multiple beds. We have 2 what we call resort cabins that are just like the bunkhouse, but they have bathrooms in them. We have 2 scamp trailers, and we have 1 tent cabin that doesn't have a bathroom. So how many is that? 6?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to know too is your range. Is it daily? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? And what is the range of costs? Because, you know, a lot of times people are going to come and say, well, I don't know if that's really what I want. And before you answer that question, showing people your tents are the hook. That's all I'm going to say, is the hook. So how
what is the range then from like the scamp up to the most expensive? What?
So, it depends on the season, but they range from a dome in the spring for $99 a night up to the deluxe tent cabins for $345.
That's
a
it?
night. That's what people say, actually.
Wow. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, that's everybody that stays here says that we should actually double the price. But we're new. We want people to experience it, so we're trying to be reasonable. We've actually priced it to comparable, well, not even comparable, because I think we're much better than most of the hotels, but the local hotels.
I have to say, I've stayed at a lot of places, and I think one of my goals is to stay in one of these tents at some point. But I've stayed at a lot of places, and, you know, it's all what you want, right? If you want the more outdoor, open, airy place, this is it. Right. This is the place. I've been to multiple places, and you have a gorgeous, beautiful place here.
Thank you very much.
So, do you have amenities such as internet?
Oh, yes.
You have the internet, which is good.
Yes, we have fiber optic internet, probably a lot better than what some people might have at their houses.
Right.
Some of the cabins actually have internet TV. That's been a request from our male guests repeatedly. None of the women have ever asked for TV, but the men do. So we got TVs in there.
Right.
It essentially has whatever you would need. I mean, it is literally a hotel in nature.
Now, I noticed on your website you have a, do I want to call it a store?
Yes.
Or
Yep.
what exactly? We did not get to see that. No. So what is that?
So we call it the Outpost, since it is a quarter-mile down the road, still on the property. And it's evolving as we evolve. Right now, it's things that you would need when you're here. So we do have lighter fluid, fire starter, but it also brings in arts and crafts and from local artisans, as well as local food products. So we have the same beef that we serve here at our food truck, you can buy at the store.
Wow.
We have local goat's milk caramels and goat's milk soap.
Goat's milk.
Goat's milk is a biggie.
If you don't like goat's milk, there's a problem.
So yeah, the store is a place where you can come and browse and bring a piece of the resort home with you.
That's awesome. You have shirts, hats, I'm sure.
Oh,
you got
absolutely.
all that stuff, right?
Absolutely, right here.
So how do people find you?
So the easiest way to find us is obviously the internet, Google, www.battenkillresort.com. That's our website. You can also just search Battenkill Preserve and it'll pop right up, or generally does.
Phone number?
518-788-9191.
Again, only slower.
Oops, okay. 518-788-9191.
Okay. Wow, that's all I can say. I mean, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to see this. And you got a great place.
Thank you.
So folks, when you're looking for a place, whether you're in the Midwest and you're coming out east, whether you're local, if you're local, Bennington County, it's right across the border here in Cambridge. Make sure you check this place out. Give your phone number one more time.
518-788-9191.
All right, we got to get running. Thank you so much for everything. I had a great time. I know Erika had a great time. All right, folks. We'll talk to you all next time.
Secrets Unwrapped is brought to you in part by White Rocks Design Studio at Turcotte Design, who has been serving Southern Vermont for over 20 years. Fish Donkey, the future of tournament fishing. Targets Unlimited, Mercer Sports. Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped hot sauce with that big craft heat and that big craft taste. Corker Boots, P-Line, Sugar Mountain Trading Company. The Outdoor Experience Guide Service, who has been serving Southern Wisconsin for over 20 years. Cooler Guard Spray with the cleaning power of enzymes. Okuma Fishing, Hoffman Lures Incorporated, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of Commerce.
We'll meet you again. May God bless you. Adios. Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love with